Hey beautiful friends, welcome into my channel. My name is Jackie Alves, and today I'm going to be doing a pretty quick, simple, but long wear makeup tutorial for you. We're going to go from beginning to end. I'm going to show you some great techniques to make that makeup last, but not look overdone. I've got a long road trip today. I'm headed to LA to go do some work for one of the beauty companies that I partner with. And I want to look good along the way, but I also, I don't want to have like glitter eyeliner when I get out at the gas station or stop at Cinnabon to grab a treat. Don't tell my husband, I'm probably gonna eat a Cinnabon. We've committed to eating healthy, and there's something about Cinnabon that gets me. Anyway, so stick around, we're gonna have a great time. I'm gonna show you how to get this beautiful look in some easy steps. It's gonna last you all day, and I promise you're gonna have a great time. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the flip side. All right, let's get to this long wear look so I can hit the road, Jack. All right, I already, of course, did all my skin prep before I left the house and came to the beauty bar this morning, but I'm gonna go back in with my BioLab facial serum. This is the lactic acid serum that you see me use a lot. And I'm using it as my primer today. I know it seems weird. You may have seen me do it a few times, but I'm gonna use a long wear foundation because it's pretty smudge proof. It's gonna last all day. I'm still gonna look good by the time I get to LA, and that's kind of important. If I'm gonna bother to put it on now, I want it to be on later. So the thing with this lactic acid serum, using it like this with my foundation, is it keeps this long wear foundation looking healthy rather than like matte. And I don't know, sometimes I feel like when I matte my skin down, it just makes me look a little bit dull, and I like to keep a beautiful like glow in my makeup. And by glow, I don't mean like oily or greasy looking. I mean like healthy, alive. And you guys, I'm gonna use the Jafra Beauty Always foundation in the shade Golden Tan today. It's a super long wear formula, you guys. I love it. We use it regularly here at the beauty bar. It's our go-to formula for like bridal makeup, special occasions, even for when women come in to get their makeup done for like a photo session, because it's super long wear, but it photographs really well too. But I know that this lasts a good long time on a road trip too. So it's my favorite to travel with. Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm hopping on an airplane, I know I'm gonna be stuck on this plane for, 5 to 8 hours. I'm not really looking for long wear makeup unless I'm flying straight to a meeting. So I would use something like a serum foundation, something that'll just offer some protection and even out my skin tone. But I need to look good when I get to LA. I'm having dinner with a fashion designer that I will be partnering with on a couple of projects. I'll keep you posted. She's fantastic. She's a friend of mine, but I want to look put together when I get there. Definitely not overdone though. I used to do that really well. God, there's a fine balance. When I first kind of got into my 40s and I was looking for ways to still look put together, I wanted to wear makeup, obviously, but I was really overdoing some things. And I feel like now, since I've hit my 50s, I just turned 51, I have found a beautiful balance. And honestly, I feel like I'm better looking than I ever have been. Yeah, I can look back on some photos and think maybe my butt used to look better, but I think overall in the way I feel about myself reflects a lot, and I feel like I look better than I ever have. So I'm gonna go in with a matte powder. I don't use this one very often. I usually use like a translucent or a loose, but this is a super matte powder. And since I already used like that luminous serum underneath my foundation, I'm not worried about being overly matte. But this is a long wear powder that's really gonna help, especially because I'm in the car. I'm gonna be chomping some popcorn and drinking some coffee and listening to podcasts and yelling some 80s rock music at the top of my lungs because I don't know why I like to drive to it. I have to be careful though. Like all of a sudden, I am minding my own business there, driving like a grandma, being the most careful one on the road, but like highway to the danger zone comes on and I'm like, driving like an idiot. I don't know what my problem is. Like good music makes my foot gain a lot of weight and it gets heavy on the pedal. Yeah, so just prayers for me, friends, prayers. All right, I'm not gonna bring all my makeup down here like I normally do because I can't. So I'm gonna take my Beauty Bar contour palette. This is my full face palette that I carry here at the Beauty Bar. I created it mostly for my clients and my students since I have a makeup academy here, but it's definitely a crowd favorite because it's so easy to work with. It's just great formulas, but really simple too, because you can see you've got contour, blush, a shimmer in there, a dark brown that you can use as an eyeshadow or really slice in your contour if you are a deep or a rich skin tone. But right now I'm just doing a simple contour in that kind of Nike swoop, I call it. Or, you know, just really trying to frame out my cheek with this nice fluffy brush. And I'm going fairly quick. You guys, something else crazy. I have, one of our local high schools has an aesthetic program. You know, they're teaching cosmetology in high schools a lot now. And there's like 20 of them coming to take a tour of the Beauty Bar. So I'm gonna talk to them about beauty business, makeup artistry, and the makeup academy that I have here. So I gotta hurry because they're coming and I am not comfortable. Something about kids, little kids especially, but high school students too, like they just have this way of, I just always say like kids are like bees and dogs, they smell fear. I'm just kidding, I'm excited to see them, but you know, you just never know who's gonna be interested, who's gonna be staring at you like you're an alien. Sometimes when I speak with high schoolers, I think I must have a third head, like 3 heads growing out of my body because they just stare at me like I'm the weirdest person they've ever seen, which sometimes my own husband looks at me like that, so whatever. All right, so I've got my contour done like this in the number 3. Simple way to remember where to put your contour and bronzer, eh? The number 3, bring it down the neck. I'm gonna pop on a little bit of blush, an orange and a pink to make peach. And just bringing it right on top of the little shelf I created with my contour, getting it a little bit darker than I normally would because when I go in with concealer, it really begins to fade it out. All right, looking good. Could be here all day with blush, just like, and I'm going super fast and crazy today because I'm in a hurry, but I feel kind of weird about all these high school students coming in. So in Jesus' name, I'm just gonna take authority over the situation and just ask the Holy Spirit to calm me down. Because Lord knows I need it. So right now I'm gonna use my own Beauty Bar Signature Soft Glam Palette. This is another one of my creations I have here at the Beauty Bar. And I'm gonna use this light shade here on my entire eyelid. And I'm gonna use some of that pink. Ooh, where's my, oh, there it is. With my crease brush, I'm gonna use this pinky color because I'm gonna focus a little bit more on my eyeliner. I always want to impress them high school girls and show them, yeah, well, I can have long wing eyeliner too. I don't know that they're impressed at all, but whatever. I'm always impressed with theirs, man. Them girls can get some eyeliner going on. My daughter too. All right, putting that pink right in the crease, giving it the windshield wiper, just back and forth because this is a lighter shade. I don't have to be super specific with it where I put it and just plop it on the outer corner and then give it the windshield wiper. But I wanna bring it up towards my brow. I wanna give it a fuller look or else it's just gonna get lost in my little hooded lid anyway, and that's no bueno. Let me come up here so you can see what's going on. Up towards the brow. Now I'm gonna use a little bit of this shimmer here in the middle. It's not really, it looks pretty pink, but it's really a great, like pinky pearl shimmer to help accent my bottom lid. give it a pop so it doesn't get completely lost in my poor little hooded lid. Do the other side. I'm gonna get them blended together and darken my brows and come back for some liner. All right, I am in it to win it today with this eyeliner. I am going to use the Midnight Black liquid liner in the Alves formula. This is a super long wear liner. It's a little bit shiny when you get it on, but it really does have some good stay power. It's got that long, floppy kind of Sharpie, magic marker kind of feel to it on the end, but I really like it. I'm gonna start thin, bring it down to my lashes, and try to make it totally disappear into my lash line. And now going back and making it a fat triangle. Ta-da! And now blending it in right here. Elongating. Success. Okay, well, maybe success. We'll see what happens on the other side, right? That's always the telltale sign. Now, definitely a bold wing because I didn't do a bunch of eyeshadow. And I, of course, I'm gonna do kind of a nude lip. So I'm really like showcasing the wing, if you will. All right, I'm gonna get in here and do the other side. We'll see if I can make it match. All right, I got wings so sharp they could cut. Sort of. I don't even know if they're even, but I don't think that you can tell, and certainly my friends can't tell because they're not gonna be that close anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of eyeshadow. I almost forgot this part. I wanna put just a little bit on the bottom. Let me find a smaller brush. That's not gonna work. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of the cinnamon brown color and just put a tiny bit on the bottom. Not enough that it's like a full-blown eyeliner, but I just need a little definition on the bottom. And you guys, one reason I love that liquid eyeliner that I use is because it is super transfer proof, which I need. You know, with a hooded lid, when I open my eye, it's just gonna transfer to the top if I'm not careful. Oh yeah, these are definitely not even, but you know, whatever. All right, I got a good fiber mascara. I'm not gonna do falsies today. I hate traveling more than just a couple hours with false eyelashes. I gotta see traffic and road signs in my GPS and stuff, you know? So I like the least amount of resistance with my ridiculous eyes. So just a really good fiber mascara. Now, if I was gonna wear falsies, that would look great with this dramatic eyeliner. And I could have just as easily done like a smoky liner. You know, if you're not good at making a wing, don't feel like you can't try this look. Just do the smoky eyeliner that I've taught you before with the fat triangle that you do with your pencil or gel eyeliner, and then smudge it out with your eyeshadow. Just to kind of flank the outer corner of your eye. All right, let's get to some concealer. All right, concealer with the best long wear tricks ever that keep you looking luminous. I'm adding my liquid concealer. This is my brand, the Beauty Bar. I'm mixing it together with Jafra's BioLab Caffeine Eye Serum. You guys have seen me do this before. If you've got your own eye serum, give it a try, but I think it's the Caffeine Eye Serum that's creating the luminosity, that really beautiful effect that I'm getting with my concealer. But regardless, if you try it with another serum, or if you try it with an eye cream, that's great. I just think that you should always be adding something into, especially a liquid concealer, because they are kind of dry. They are, you know, kind of long wear, so that's a good thing. I'm not saying that they're a bad thing. Obviously, I'm gonna wear it right now. Oh, that was way too much. I get out of control, you guys. But what I like to do is take the opportunity to use that skincare in my favor. Like, I wanna get in there, add skincare to the concealer. This is the most delicate part of our face, and we're always piling junk on it. So put skincare in there when you can. But that caffeinated eye serum mixed with concealer is gonna create like the duo to end all duos. I'm just saying. So a little here and here, and I'm using a small concealer brush because I wanna slice my eyeliner a little bit. It got a little out of control. Let me get a magnifying mirror. And I wanna just see it really good over here. So I'm gonna clean up. Nice, and now I'm gonna switch back to a fluffy concealer brush. There it is. I love this one by Real Techniques, super fluffy. And I'm just gonna get a little more and start to blend it in. So see if you got out of control with your eyeliner, or say it was crooked a little bit and you needed to raise one side. Concealer mixed with serum can just sweep it right up, and you can clean it up, sharpen it up, whatever you need to do. Pick it up, sharpen it up, blow it up, whatever. But now the fluffy concealer brush gives a beautiful diffused look to it, and it feels so good. You guys, that eye serum feels so good. I keep it in a little mini fridge. And if you don't have a little mini fridge in your bathroom, put it in a glass of ice water. Just drop the whole bottle of serum in a glass of ice water while you're doing your makeup. Then when you get to this step, it'll be cold. Because there is nothing that feels better than that cold serum under the eyes in the morning. If you're like me and allergies bother you, you wake up with puffiness, it helps reduce the puffiness. That's one of the things that caffeine in your eye serum is so good for. You can tell I like it. Look how excited I get when I talk about it. I'm over here doing some kind of a show. All of a sudden I turn into a rocket. Dun, 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 dun. I'm also trying to get some exercise in before I get in this car and have to sit. I don't know if you guys are like me and you feel like your hips are gonna lock up on you when you've been in the car for so long, but I'm like, oh my God, let me out. I'm that weirdo at the gas station that gets out and does stretches. All right, I went back to my blush. And I'm just gonna back blend. Remember, I told you that the concealer was gonna come down into it a little bit. Not too much, but I just like to back blend because this also is a long wear technique. You've got a couple of layers of blush here. So you'll actually still have it on when you get to where you're going. I'm gonna put a little bit of this shimmer on the tip of my nose because I really like that, and the highest point of my cheekbones. Now let's get in with some lip liner. I'm going to use the shade Nutmeg. Now this is kind of deep, but I like it. It's very long wear. It's a matte lip liner, roll up, lasts a super long time if you layer it. So I'm gonna tighten up my lips. And lightly overlining, just a little. See, you can tell that's kind of like an overline, but it's also where my lip line ends. It's just that my pigment has begun to kind of recede or fade as I've aged. But even if I overline a lot, I'm okay with it. I told you my family calls me Hollywood lips. I went when I was like 17 to a family reunion in Oklahoma where a lot of my family's from. And they were like, girl, that's a lot of lipstick you got on. And I said, I know, I love lipstick. And they were like, well, you got them Hollywood lips. And I was like, I know, it's that's a compliment. So as I'm getting my pencil sharpener, you too can call me Hollywood lips. So let me get in here and sharpen my next lip liner. I'm gonna use this nude lip liner. Now I do this trick a lot. This is a pencil lip liner, and I like it because it's kind of a hard, waxy formula, and when you can sharpen, it means you can get it very sharp. Where the roll-ups, you can't get them super sharp, but I still love the long wear formula. So I'm mixing them together because road trip, coffee, snacks, I need my lips to stay on, right? So I'm going in and just dragging this color through. Fading in a little bit. Now what I'm doing is dragging it through the speed bumps. I know you guys know what I mean, because sometimes you laugh when I say that, but you know, when you're putting lip liner on, it's like da-dunk, da-dunk, da-dunk. That's a speed bump, and you don't need that. All right, now doubling up the coverage. And then I go into the middle a little bit. So that's quite a bit of lip liner, you guys, and that's a pretty intense trick, but I'm telling you, if you don't like your lip liner to bleed into the cracks, if you don't like it to move, if you don't like reapplying, take a minute to do this. It's really, really worth it. All right, let me find my lipstick. And speaking of long wear, I now have my Always lip stain. This too is a Jafra product from their Always formulas, which means long wear. And this says like 12-hour wear. And honestly, I think it's longer than that because I have to chisel the stuff off with makeup remover at the end of the day. I can't wipe it off. I'm gonna use this pink shade and blend it into the lip liner. And that creates a beautiful base for my gloss. Give it a minute to dry. Because I'm telling you, if you are looking for a lip stain, if you're in the market for a lip stain, you got to grab this one. The link will be in the description so you can grab one from me, and there are lots of different shades to choose from. This one is called Always Loving. It's a really kind of, it's a really nice pink. There's one that's called Always Brilliant, that's very mauve, and one that's called Always Tender, that is really like a nude shade. And those are the three that are my favorites. There's some reds and some berries as well that you can pick up, but if you're looking to stay in that neutral zone, those are gonna be your three besties. And again, the link will be in the description, so you can just click on it and grab one of those if you want. Super affordable, you guys. All right, I'm gonna go in with my lip gloss. There it is. Just the sugar and spice, the lip plumping jelly. It's just nice and clear. But lip stains are typically pretty dry, and I can't hang like that. I can't do dry on my lips. I've got to have moisture. All right, definitely, I think this look would pop a lot more if I had some false lashes on, but I cannot travel like that. All right, I'm gonna go in with my setting spray, and I'm definitely using the Milani Make It Last today because for obvious reasons, I need to make it last. Shake it good though, you guys. If you don't shake this, you'll be sorry because it gets weird. I told our editor in my last video, I figured I was gonna have to buy a new fan soon because I have a habit of throwing this one when I get done using it, because something about this feels amazing. I don't know why I love to throw that fan when I'm done. It's like, ta-da! All right, I'm gonna use some hairspray. That Shaper Plus that I've been blabbering about takes me back, reminds me of Glamour Shots, because even though it's got a good hold to it, it's still like movable. And I don't expect my hair to still be perfect when I get there, because I'll be flipping it around, putting it up, probably rolling with the windows down a little bit. So I expect my hair will be a little bit disintegrated when I get there. But if my makeup looks good, then I don't even care. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out my members only area. And I'll see you next time here on the Jackie Alves channel. Bye, everyone.